Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Okay, so now you're a senior, and you want to date. You want to date. All right, all right. Well, if you haven't been out there for a while, it's probably changed a lot. And I know it, I can say that it has changed a lot since the last time you were out there. But one thing that hasn't changed is the men. They may look different, but they're the same thing that they were back then when you were out there then and you knew to look out for. They're the same animal today. Same one. But he's got more tricks and games for you. For you. To capture you. Okay. Now, knowing that, so what do? I would suggest that when you go out to any social occasion, if you don't have a male escort, then you should go with one of your girlfriends. Don't go alone. Number one, I say alone because there's always a safety issue. Excuse me. And the other thing is, men look at you as prey anyway, and there you are all alone. It's kind of like you're like a sitting duck. A sitting duck. And I'm going to say you could be 60, 70, maybe 80, maybe 80, and you will still accept a man's advances. 80. I don't think that's too old to attract men. Because today, women are looking younger at an older age anyway. You see? And even looking good enough to attract men their own age. If they're not dead, they're almost dead. You know what I mean? But anyway, the point is, all right, you're going to go out. You're going to go out. Maybe you want to go out dancing and you don't have an escort. But you're going to ask your girlfriend to go along with you. Okay? So now you all go out. Two men are going to come over and ask you both to dance. You don't have to worry about having a partner to dance with, because that's all you're there for. You're not there trying to look to hook up with anybody. You're there just to enjoy yourself and have fun, see? You don't care what his intention is. You know what your objective is. Okay? So that's why your girlfriend is there. You're not going to go on home with him. She's not going to go home with him. You both going to go home together. That's the point. Okay? So now you go out and you have fun all night long, whatever. And then when it's time to go, you say good night, and your girlfriend, you go on home. Now, you've had a wonderful evening. Nobody has tried to harass you for one or the other. Nobody has tried to scam you out of your money, or any of that. Any of that. Because with the two of you together, number one, the two men want to impress you. If they approach you, if the two men approach you and after they dance with you, they just kind of stick around, you know how men kind of just stick around? Then they want to impress you. So naturally, they'll pay for the drinks or whatever and whatever, which is fine, which they should do, because actually you're queens, so you should be treated like that. You should be treated as that. So now, Where the careful part comes is, in your mind, you got to know what's really going on. What's really going on? You know, you're out, you're looking cute as everything, but you're looking beautiful for your self-beauty. You're not looking beautiful because you're going out to try to attract a companion. Number one, think about it. If you're 60 or going on 70 or whatever, he only wants somebody to take care of him. He's not looking to have kids with you. He's not looking at you because he thinks you're so hot that in bed he can't resist having you. He wants somebody to take care of him. He wants a maid and a housekeeper and a wet nurse. Somebody that can run all his errands when he can't do it anymore. Things like that. You got to know what it really is before you buy into it. I know this fellow's wife passed away, and I think his children were probably grown by that marriage and everything. Right away, he waits maybe 2 good weeks or whatever. He jumps and marries this other woman. And when he introduced her to me, he talked about what a good woman she was and how good she takes care of him. I would rather for a man to talk about how much he does for me and how much he cares about me. Not how much I've slaved for him. If you're at a certain age, see, this is the man's primary objective when he sees a woman at a certain age. Now, if you were younger, then he sees maybe a family with children or whatever. You may see something like that. But once you get a certain age, let's be real. If he's much younger than you, he's looking for you to take care of him. No matter what, he's looking at you like a security blanket. He may be trying to do something in his career, and he looks at you, figure you can help. Whatever he needs. Might need a house, place to live, a car to drive. He figures you got some money or something somewhere. Something he sees in you that he needs and can use. Okay? Okay. And then he gets in with you, and after a while, after you're taking care of him like he's your child, he'll stand up to you and just about slap you in the face. You should be able to see that coming. Yeah, but women can be charmed because after you get a certain age, I'm going to tell you something. It seems that inside where it counts, it never gets older. You still feel young and vibrant and all that. And even when you look in the mirror, you can see that young person. You understand? You because that's the way you feel. You feel that way inside. But that's not necessarily the way that the world sees you. And for instance, the way that a man would see you. The way that a man would see you. You see? But you go out with your girlfriends. See, you got kind of a safeguard. As long as you two stick together, you have a safeguard. Then he can't pull you off to the side, put a lot of nonsense in your head, and before you know it, you two are off and running somewhere. No. The men that you're going to meet at clubs, some restaurants, out. Usually men like that, who usually are out, are hunting. If they approach you, you're an older woman there and you with your girlfriend, and these two gentlemen approach you, you are prey. You think of yourself as prey, not as someone being lucky because these nice-looking men came to talk to you. At that point, you very well could be a victim of something. Don't don't be fooled, because inside you still feel that young girl. You still feel that young girl. You see, and in your your psyche, you're looking at him, and you think that he's seeing that young girl, and what he's seeing is a meal ticket most times. Because be real, ladies. Men, the way that they're groomed, most men, I won't say all, but most men are groomed to get the best looking woman you can afford. You know that's a trait of the narcissist. You get the best looking woman you can afford. That's why you see a lot of these guys, once they hit it big, they'll dump the wife that done struggle with them all these years and go get them some airhead there's some showpiece, because they were sold on the idea to get the best wife you can afford. Okay. So if you are still consider yourself trying to date, number one, don't do the online dating. Don't let anybody trick you into doing that. I have a video, no online dating or something. I'll try to remember, put the link in the bottom of the video. Don't do that. That's dangerous. Don't do that. Also, be careful of meeting him at the church unless you have watched him for a few years. You have seen him do good. Other people seem to like him. You see, you've never heard anything bad about him. And he seems like a genuinely kind person. That's different. Then you may want to see what it can be. Take it slow, though. Still, he's a man. I don't care if you met him right up there at the altar. He's still a man. Don't ever forget that. And he's still after something. If it's not between your legs, it's in your pocket. Okay? If it's not between your legs, it's in your pocket. And once you get that through your head, I see these older women and with these young, tall, handsome like men. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, dear? Listen, you can go online and get you one of those little toys, and it'll make you feel 10 times better than he ever could. And plus, you won't have to pay it every time he touches you. You need to learn how to love yourself. It's about time if you haven't already. I'm serious about that. So now what else? Are you getting a thrill by your girlfriends seeing you with your son, somebody that looks like your son. Are you getting some kind of satisfaction out of that? You just wasting your time. What is that, vanity? What, I mean, I don't understand it. I guess people that do it, I guess they understand it. But what I'm saying to you, that's doing nothing to elevate who you are. Who you are. If you decide you want to date, you're older, and number one, don't ever think that dating has to include sex. We've all been groomed to believe that through the music we listen to, even from children. The music we listen to, the shows we listen to, whether they're movies or right on TV. All been groomed to believe that, you meet somebody nice, you you go out with them on the first date, and you could have sex with them on the first date. I mean, that's cool if it does. And if it take 2 or 3 more days, okay, that's good. You're on the right track. Nobody tells you the truth. Is that this is detrimental to your soul. Now here you are, and look, you're on the other side of the mountain. I don't care, not unless you plan to live till you're 500. You're kind of like on the other side of the mountain. So whatever decisions you make in this time in your life, you need to be serious about it. You shouldn't be letting some slick dude slide into you and take all kind of advantage of you just to say you got a man around. That's ridiculous. What do you need him for? For what? What? If you just want to hug something big at night, you go down there to Target. I think they got them huge teddy bears you can get. And at night, you lay up with him, and you get your little toy. You see what I'm saying? And you do your thing. You don't need somebody because he's doing a great job on you sexually. He thinks he deserves your pay for you to pay him with your resources. And I'm going to tell you, the old ones will do it to you too, just like the young ones will. But the older ones, most likely, unless, like I said back to the church thing, unless this is a person who you have watched in action for a while and you know how they react to people and all of that, and he has done the same to you, without even really communicating, from afar. Never heard anything bad about him or anything like that. That's a pretty good potential. That's a very good potential. So in the dating process, you get out and get to know more about each other on a more intimate level, which means holding hands. And then first he kisses you on the cheek. Everything is taken slowly. There's no reason to rush. You understand? Understand? And there'll come a time when you feel like you can truly trust him. Truly trust him. And that will take time. You see? And he's never done anything to hurt you. He's never done anything to stab you in the back. Yeah. Then I say at least a year. A year. for you to really feel comfortable around this person. Because an important thing, you got to see how he is when he gets angry. You got to see that. Because you want to know if you can deal with it when he gets angry. Okay? You need to experience a lot of things in the dating process while you're getting to know him. And don't ever feel like you're rushed. What do you rush for? What do you rush for? This is time to enjoy each other. Enjoy each other. You see? And that's what you want to get to. A person that you can trust and enjoy each other. You see? That's what we're all looking for. But navigating today through this web of snakes who are out here just trying to take advantage of you, it's going to be difficult. That's why I say, when you go out to social occasions, don't have in your mind you going out there to meet nobody. Don't let anybody talk you into, oh, we're going to go to the neighborhood dance. You can meet somebody over there. For what? Why? Why do you feel like you need somebody anyway to come in so you have to cook for them? Borrow your money and never pay you back. Take and wreck your car. You got to pay for it. Why do you feel like you need that in your life? I don't see it. And I'm gonna tell you, some of these fellas, when you may date them for a little bit, and hopefully you don't do anything sexual to them. Hopefully you listen during that whole year while you're trying to know them. Do just like I tell the younger people, be celibate. That's why you got your little toy thing. Be celibate for at least a year. At least a year. You see? So, now, if he pushes you for sex, that's his main objective with you. If he pushes you for sex, so you're not going to do that for a year. Now, he may run off, well, so be it. But I'm talking about the ones who may stay and be interested in you. Interested in you. It's important that before you engage in any sexual contact with another person, that you know as much about them as you can, and that you can feel comfortable and safe around them. Because when you have any kind of sexual contact with them, you form a spiritual bond with them, which means that they can tap into you spiritually. And you need to break that bond spiritually to totally get over it. You don't want to go through any unnecessary pain. So that's why I'm telling you, I know, that when we get a certain age, they have these dances, where a lot of single ladies will go. I guess they still go to meet men, men of your age. They'll be there and everything. But what I want you to understand is these men, have it in your mind and never forget it. These are the same snaky men you met when you was young. Because in their minds, they still young, too. Just like you feel young inside, they do, too. And if they still out here single, number one, you want to know why. Why are you still out here single? Now, I say single because they're not committed to anybody. If your wife died, that's one thing. But if you've navigated all these 60 years and you ain't found nobody yet, That's a question. He's just going to take advantage of you. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. But see, you don't know these things when you still think it's like it was when I was growing up. Everything was pretty safe. I think in dating, I never had any problems or anything. You either did or you didn't. And in my town, everybody knew the girls that did, so you didn't want to be one of those girls, so you never did, you know? And the boys didn't push you to it. If that's what they wanted, they went over there across town to the girls that did. You see what I'm saying? So it was different in those days. But these days, what I'm telling you is, men, although they physically age, inside, they still feel the same as if when they were young. That's why they're going out here getting these pills to get it up like they used to when they were young, thinking that they can do what they used to do when they were young. Now, whether you can handle it or not, then he'll run off to the younger one, knowing that she can, and he'll just pay her, because she ain't going to do it for nothing. Pay her in some kind of way to service him. You see, it's an evil cycle, number one. You don't want that. Ladies, if you, tell you again, if you would really like to have someone, no, I don't care how old you are. If you really like to have someone, ask the universe to send you someone that's perfect for you. Now, here's the tricky part of that. You have to be a straight shooter, because the universe is going to send somebody that's perfect for you. So if you're not a straight shooter, neither will he be. He'll be matching your vibration when he comes. Remember that, because it's real important. I know a lot of people, they think when you ask for something, that it's going to come something much better, 10 times better, bring me somebody that's 10 times better than me. Well, the universe doesn't work like that. What the universe may do is break you down, start you over, and make you 10 times better, so you be a match for what you want. That's how the universe works. I know. Most of you have heard about the law of attraction and all of that. Yeah, the law of attraction is a real law. It is one of the laws of the universe. Which means no matter what people say, people think, whatever, the universe has 12 universal laws. And the law of attraction is one of them. Meaning, light attracts light. And it's a vibrational thing. It's a spiritual thing. Doesn't matter what you look like. It's not a physical thing at all. It's a vibration. Vibrations attract the same type of vibrations. So if you're vibrating at a low vibration, which means that if you're full of bitterness and evil, you got these terrible attitudes, nobody likes you and all that kind of stuff, you out here trying to find somebody, but guess what? Like attracts like. The universe going to send you your perfect match. You see? So if you would like to have something different, you got to start with yourself. You have to be different. You have to be different. And see, this is all part of dating. Because you don't want to be out there wasting your time, getting taken advantage of. And I'm telling you, it's the older women that get taken advantage every day. I read the sad stories of how he took me for $50,000, how he took me for... You don't want to be taken advantage of. That is so unnecessary. And, you know, all for love. All for love. And I don't know if I said it in this video, but don't date online ever. I mean, you just asking for it if you go on there. I don't care what the site is. I don't care if it's the one where you put in all of your information and they match up. I don't care what site it is. Don't date online. Period. Whatever spirit that that's coming towards you, you want to see it face to face, number one. And you want to see how you feel about it. You want to read your intuition when you meet this person. Because actually your intuition will tell you a lot if you listen to it. If you listen to it, you'll get some kind of feeling whether it feels good or whether it feels standoffish. Haven't you ever walked up to people where as soon as you approach them, you want to hug them? Have you ever had that feeling? And some people, you walk up to them and all of a sudden you're knocked back. You're knocked back. It's the vibration. It's the vibration. Pay attention to that, especially when men approach you. Men approach you. Now, if you're somewhere and some guy slinks up to you like a snake, you know right off. You know, if he just wants to dance, have fun, yeah, enjoy yourself. Yeah, he's gonna show those guys will show you a good time. Just don't sleep with them, and don't give them any money. Okay, they'll show you a good time because they are good time guys, and these are the guys that you're not gonna fall for now. You're not gonna try to fall in love with nobody. You see? And you're going to try not to have no sex with nobody. And oral sex is sex, sweetie. Okay? I'm not going to try to do no sex with him. And if he's still sticking around, we'll see. See, the men have gotten away from this. They've gotten too far away of how to get a woman. How to get a woman. And it's up to us as women, even no matter what age you are. The ones that come for you, you can teach them what you expect. And if enough of us get on that train, men would have to change. They'll be forced to change because they know to be with us. And we are the prizes that we are. They must change. Not going to just accept anything from them. And you be very careful. Remember, never go out on your own. I don't care if it's your friend's birthday party, you know, and you're going to drive over there on your own and you're going to be there on your own. You're going to drive back home. But try not to do that. Try to go with a girlfriend unless you have a male escort. It's not a good idea for older women to be going out in the evening alone. If there was a time when it was frowned upon. But men have gotten away from that. They have gotten way away for caring for women. For caring for women. You see? But if you show them, and you don't have to tell them because telling them doesn't work with men. You can tell them these things till you blue in the face. And even if you're on a date with him and you spot and tell him things that he, like, you're not going to open the door or you're going to... It doesn't help. It's just going to make him defensive and he shut you down anyway. You're wasting your time. But if you show him, if you go up to the door, just stand there, see if he's going to come around and open the door. If he doesn't, and he gives you some crazy whatever, well then don't waste your time with him ever again. But the man who might run around there and open the door for you, all right, he's a potential. You see what I mean? You have to teach these men and let the men chase you. And I don't care how old you are. I know sometimes you feel like you're a certain age and you run out of time. I know when I was in my 40s, that's when I married my second husband. Because I thought I would like to get married, but I'm running out of time. It's either now or never, right? And I actually, well, he wasn't the first man to ask me to marry him at that time, but I did. I did marry him, and at the time, I knew it was I knew it wasn't a good choice. My gut, I just knew it wasn't. It wasn't a good choice. But I did it, I guess, out of fear. Fear make you do a lot of things. Fear that my time was up. It was either now or never. You see? And so the other thing, I thought he was the most handsome guy that I had in a while. So I said, yeah, that'll be good to be with him, right? That was another reason why I married him, you see? And then he was still young. In fact, I think he was about 5 years younger than me when I married him. That was a big mistake. I'm thinking, just like I'm telling you not to think. I'm thinking, I'm 40 years old, I'm still making money, and all that. And I'm thinking, well, he seems like a nice guy. And, us working together, maybe we still have time to build something. Well, see, during those days, I wasn't spiritual, and I didn't know anything about that. And I felt like once I found a man who was like my other half, just a man to complete me, then I could do a lot of things. That's all I needed was that other half. You see? And I spent most of my life, wasting my life, looking for that other half until I realized I don't need the other half. I can be both halves. So anywho, I married the second man because out of fear, desperation, and thought we could make it work. And I think it worked. It worked long enough to have a baby. In 2 years, I was out. So it was just a bad choice. But you see, some things happen in the universe. Everything happens for a reason. And I'm going to tell you that. Everything in this dimension happens for a reason, and nothing does. So if you go out here and you just make a mistake with somebody, you thought maybe that was a good person, and then you decided, no, it wasn't. Now, this is the tricky thing. If you have not had sex with the person, it should be easier for you to back out of the situation. When you understand, doing the getting to know him stage, when you figure out that no, you don't want to be with him. If you have not had any sexual experience with him, it will be easier for you to back away. Now, unfortunately, if you have, and all right, he has sex with you, and he's still around. He still comes over there and hits it. Okay. You're going to have a hell of a time getting rid of him. Especially if he's young. Especially if he's young. Number one, he has grown comfortable with the resources that you have provided. And he's going to be hella mad if you try to cut him off. He's going to be just like a kid that you said no to. And you may not be able to survive his tantrum. You got to be careful about that. You got to be careful about that. Meeting these men now. I know that the younger men would do that. Now the older men, they crazy too. What the older men will do, they will try to ruin your name. Now this, let me tell you this. This is a story I'm going to tell you of a man that I dated. And I wasn't spiritual. I did have a sexual bond with the man. Okay. Now, I knew the man long time, but it was on the weekends when we were having fun. When I go over there, we have some drinks, have some cheese and crackers and watch TV and just laugh and, like that. I knew him like that. I never knew him in other situations. So now the man wants to see me more or whatever, right? So he invited me to a little weekend holiday or whatever. When I went on a weekend holiday, I realized I didn't really like this man. Number one is because I'm spiritual now. I've changed. Number one, I get there and I don't want to drink. He can't even figure that out. Because we used to booze it up. We used to just, party, as they say. That's what we did. So now I don't want to drink. Just give me some juice or some water. So now he's looking at me funny, but because he wants to drink. But you feel funny if you're drinking and you don't have a drinking partner. So now we stuck with each other for the weekend, and I really can't wait to get out. Get out of here. But to get back to town, he's got to drive me back to town because he lived kind of far away down by the beach or whatever. So anywho, I'm telling the man that it's just not going to work out. It's just not going to work out. Now, this is an older man. I'm telling you, what they want to do is to ruin they'll ruin your credit. They want to hit you in the pocket. If they gave you anything, they want it back. They act like children that they've gotten mad and they want all their toys back. Too much drama. Too much. And this was somebody I knew for years and years and years, but I didn't know him sober. That's another thing. When I younger years when I dated men, to me it meant a time to relax and have fun. That's what it meant to me. I had been to 2 bad marriages. I'm just going to have fun. And that's what I did. You know, I really wasn't thinking too far in the future, although I will tell you that I was looking for a suitable man for me, and that was a mistake. I don't advise anybody to seek a man. That's what I'm telling you. It's a bad idea for you to go out here looking, because you're never going to find the man suitable for you. Now, a man may approach you that may be the perfect match for you. Maybe somebody that you've seen from afar somewhere. Because men will look at women that they're interested in a long time from a distance before they decide to approach you. That's just their hunter instinct. Men do that. Very, very few will they approach you soon, spot on. You know, like some men say, oh, you know, you look like this, and you look like that, and you look like that. Men see that. They see that. But they're not going to run up there and approach that. They'll look at it, ooh, you know. Now, if they're in those dark bars where you can hardly see anybody in there, what's going on, yeah, they'll go over there, but they'll look at it first before they go over there. They'll look at it first, and they'll see what they want. That's key now. When men look at women, and when they are attracted to you, it's something they saw in you that they want. They don't know if they need it yet. It's just something that they want. And like I said before, if you're young, 16, no, I think 18. I think it's 18 the age, right? 18, 19, 20, like that. When men approach you, they're probably looking for a wife. That age, I think they are. Probably looking for a wife. So naturally looking for somebody that's pretty to them, and looks like they could bear nice children for them, things like that, But as a man gets older, now he's still out there hunting the same thing. But he sees you differently. Okay? If you have never been married, been married, you just a sitting duck, because he now whether you do or not, that's just his assumption. He'll just find that later. He just figured like you're just dumb to a lot of stuff, and he can do all kind of mind games on you, and all of this is to get in your pockets. All of this. You see, because what they'll do, if a man approach you, now he's going to give you romance, because he figures at your age you're not getting any, somebody to act like they really love you and all of that. Okay? He's really like a male prostitute, really, because he's looking to get paid after. And he's there to make you feel wanted, But you thinking, maybe he really likes me. You going and polishing yourself up and looking as young as you can, and you understand? And I tell you, older women are looking real young these days. Real young. But still, and feeling young inside. But you gotta wake up and know the men are not looking at you that way. I don't care how young you look. I'm telling you. I don't care how young you look. He's looking at you in a certain way after you get a certain age. And when you get to be a senior out here dating, he's looking at you for resources. That's it. And even if you meet somebody your age, now check this out. You meet somebody your age, he's figured you got money. So y'all go together, you pay your way, he pays with, and y'all just be, friends or traveling together. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't have sex with him. Don't have no kind of sex with him. It ain't that kind of party. If you are paying your way, you're not connected to him. You just happen to be sharing whatever. Don't have sex with him. I know couples, older couples, that think that they're dating a man. And they paying for everything that they use and he's paying for his. And they just coming up together. That ain't nothing. Nothing. If a man cares that much about you, then he needs to cover the entire fee when he's with you. Or you shouldn't deal with him anymore. He's not respecting who you are. He's just there to see what he can get from you. And if you're out with him and you're paying for yours and he's paying for his and he's not asking you for money, then he's using you for sex. He don't need you to be his companion. He getting something out of you. I tell you that. Maybe he hard up and he'll settle for you for sex. You see? You gotta know what you're doing because, see, women in dating, your heart can get in it. We are emotional creatures. You see? And your heart can get in it so quick. And the men know all the right things just to suck you right in. To make you believe that he really actually cares about you. Having sex is no indication of love of any kind. To men, sex is just an act of pleasure. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's why they can go out here and have it with anybody. It's just an act of pleasure. Doesn't mean anything. But to you brokenhearted. You find out he's been gone and had sex with everybody and now he's wanting to have sex with you or whatever. And remember when he wants to have sex with you, unless he spent that year with you, not having sex, and still wanted to be your good friend and y'all still went places and he'd foot the bill and the whole thing. You understand? And then y'all want to have, well, now you feel like you can trust him with your heart. And when women have sex with a man, that's what you're giving him, your heart. Don't only give it to somebody that you know that you can really trust. So, ladies, I'm going to get ready to end it here, but I wanted to come on to talk to you because, older women, they want to date somebody too. They want to date somebody, but let your dating just be about fun. You just go, y'all can go bowling, you can go boating, you can do a lot of things if you can find the right men that don't want to sexualize you. Or for you to, if he wants you to be with him and you paying your own way to everything. Well, then he's using you for something. Either he needs you as his nurse, he needs you for sex, he needs you as his cook. You're doing something for that. You're doing something for that. You understand? And that's how older men just view older women. That's just the way it is. But that's why I tell the women these things, so you can have power over these things. That you won't let these men use you in any kind of way. That's why I talk about it. That's why I talk about it. Because the man's part, remember, is to profess how he feels about you, to protect you when he is with you. Protect you when he is with you. Not you be over there and he over here and he, come on, follow me, that kind of nonsense. No, can't protect you like that. And to provide for you. So when he's with you, it's his responsibility to pay. And just because you're an older woman and you can afford to pay, you don't need to be with him. If you want to pay your own bill, then go with your girlfriend. What you with him for? Why are you with him? Think about it. It's either vanity or you need him to push you around or something. I don't know. But I'm trying to open your eyes to some things. And just to let you know what these men are thinking when they approach you. And even if you over there in the nursing home and the little man comes and he wants to whatever. Don't assume nothing just because you both at the place and you figure you can afford it. Don't assume he can afford it. When it comes to a man, ladies, don't assume anything. You protect yourself among all things when it's dealing with a man. Protect yourself. I don't care how old they are. They've been playing their games for a long, long time. And believe me, they've been getting advice from other men a long, long time. It's the women that gets no advice. And when we try to get advice, it's usually for a man, which is reinforcing what he's telling his own people. Ladies, protect yourself. Love yourself. And I'm really going to end it here. But I want to thank you again for watching this video and for supporting this channel. And I really hope that you keep up those comments. And I wish you well. Hope to see you next time.